Hey guys, Dan Lotz here of 922 Films. I'm the director of 6 Days Alone. This is a feature film I made, and I wanted to make a little bit of a, discussion before the film comes out. This will be real quick, maybe like a minute or two. I will put a time card right here if you just want to watch the film first. But basically, I made this movie because I had no other thing to do but make this movie. There was nothing that could have compelled me in the way that I was compelled to make this film. And even if the film deals with a lot of topics that are very ordinary to, I think, a lot of people, I felt like there was a lot of interesting elements that could be captured within the mundanity of life. So I appreciate my wife giving me some space to film this while she was out of town. I also appreciate making this film because I think it gave me a different view on being alone and possibly the beauty within that. And finally, I just wanted to say that I think that this movie is my sort of statement on how you can best, as a creator, go forward in this sort of new environment where you don't always have access to huge resources and you don't always have access to big crews. Sometimes you just need to use what you have and the tools that you have to capture what you have. And sometimes that can be you sitting alone in a room, eating pizza, or talking to your friends on the phone or whatever. Sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's a giant blockbuster. Just use the resources you have. So without further ado, enjoy 6 Days Alone and have a good one. For the next 6 days, the house that I am sitting in right now is entirely alone, with the exception of me and my dog. And the reason is that Elizabeth, who is a travel respiratory therapist, is now in Peoria for the next few days on work, and then she comes back afterwards, and then we see each other again. So for the next 6 days, I'm going to be just documenting my life alone. What is it like to live alone? I think this is an interesting concept and something that I think people might be interested in. It could be really boring too. I have no idea. I'm just going to be documenting everything I do, from what I eat to, what I watch, whatever I'm doing. Basically at all times, I'm just going to be filming, and hopefully this turns out to be some sort of kind of interesting video. So that's the goal with this, is just hopefully for the next 6 days, I'm going to just document as much of the interesting stuff, put it together into a video. I don't know how long this will be, maybe feature length. I don't know. So that's the hope. So luckily, a few hours ago, I ordered some Lou Malnati's pizza. This is my favorite pizza in Chicago. So if you've never been around the Chicago area and you've never gotten deep dish, this is the essential deep dish you need. So I'm going to heat some of this up right now. See you soon. You can't have any. This is bad for puppies. It's bad for me, too. But especially bad for you. You want a little piece? Come here. Here you go. A small piece. There you go. Come on. There you go. Travel respiratory therapist is now in Peoria for the next few days on work, and then she comes back afterwards, and then we see each other again. A big part of my life is editing, so while we're doing this video, you're going to see me editing the video that you're watching, which is a little bit trippy, but it's not an unfamiliar thing. I've seen other filmmakers do it, like Matt Johnson and stuff like that. So don't be freaked out if you're watching me, watching you, watching me from the past. That's kind of part of what I'm trying to do here, is to just expose what I'm doing in my lifestyle at all points, even the most boring stuff like editing the footage you're watching. Oh my gosh, editing the footage that you're fucking watching. Okay. You can do this, Dan. You can do it. Okay, here you go. Hey guys, Dan here. So you're watching me edit what you're watching before in the scene. So don't be weirded out. This isn't like a new concept or anything like that. So after reviewing the footage, I realized that the footage was a little bit shaky, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. I got Elizabeth a gimbal for her iPhone for Christmas, and she never brought it with her because she's at work. So I decided I'm going to use this gimbal on and off. Sometimes you're going to get the shaky shots just because I'm lazy and I don't really feel like carrying a gimbal to bed with me. But right now I am using the gimbal. We're going to go ghost hunting because my neighbor Marta always tells me there's ghosts around our apartment, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know how old this place is. I doubt it's haunted, but Elizabeth once said she felt like a weird, eerie presence over the bed. I've never experienced anything weird here. So every night I just check the house with the flashlight just to see if there's anything weird, and of course nothing happens, but it's fun. It's a little game I do. Very spooky. A scary Christmas tree. That's Elizabeth's Hello Kitty ornament. Sometimes I like to, there's a little hole in my apartment. Let's see if I can get this shot. Yeah, there's nothing out there. The movie's over. Go home now. Just joking with you guys. I thought it'd be funny to do like a voyeuristic kind of shot through the, I don't know, dropping shit on the ground. Yeah, I don't know. I thought this would be funny. This is my bedroom, obviously. About to go to bed, take a nap, but end of day one. Tomorrow, I'm going to update you guys on a big update on the direction of this. I had a really good idea, but can't really tell you guys till tomorrow, so stay tuned. I think people don't take in like the simple comforts of just like looking outside and enjoying what you're seeing, like the bluish sort of glow of winter. It's underrated. It's very underrated. It's an easy way to like ease yourself into the day, you know? You're not so worried about like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. You kind of just ease yourself into the day. Allow yourself to have that like 15 minutes of a coffee, watch just the sunrise, whatever you need to do when you wake up. It helps my daily routine, helps me get kind of like synergized, I guess, for everything I'm about to do. So what is this video really about? I didn't want to like lead in because I wanted there to be a little bit of pacing to this documentary. But about a couple weeks ago, Elizabeth said she saw me sleepwalking. Said, oh, you were sleepwalking, you were in the hallway, and that, I don't know, that freaked me out a little bit, if I'm going to be real. I've always considered myself the type of person that is like very asleep and doesn't do anything, doesn't move, doesn't talk, doesn't do anything like that. So, I don't know, it's disturbing when someone tells you that you might be a sleepwalker, you might be going around. I don't really even know too much about sleepwalking. So my goal is, amongst all the generic sort of like living my life stuff I'm going to be doing on here, we'll do some subtle research into sleepwalking and see the effects of it, the side effects, what possibly could happen, and then try to like figure out how to solve this problem. Yeah, I don't know. It's scary. I figured if I do this when Elizabeth is home, and it's just gonna be, I don't know. I feel like it's not gonna work out. Just because I feel it's gonna be a lot of like me talking to the camera, me trying to explain the situation, me trying to look into it. It's just not gonna be. It's kind of like gonna disturb the peace. I think it'd be just a lot easier if I just do this on my 6 days off. So Elizabeth claims she went around midnight and grabbed a bottle of water. She then claims she stopped here, took a sip, and looked up. She then claims I was standing here motionlessly. I stared for about 15 seconds, and then I exited into the bedroom. Again, this is what Elizabeth claims. I'm not saying it's true. It could have been anything. But this is what the story is as of right now. Okay. Symptoms of sleepwalking. Getting out of bed and walking, obviously. Sitting up in bed, opening eyes. Glazed expression. I have that anyways. Not responding or communicating. Difficult to wake. Disoriented and confused for a short time while being awake. Not remembering the episode in the morning. Having problems functioning during the day because it disturbs sleep. Having sleep terrors in addition to sleepwalking. Some people even leave their houses. Shit. They drive cars. Oh, that would be fucking creepy, man. Engage in usual behavior. Urinating in a closet? That's such a weird thing. Engage in sexual activity without awareness. Holy shit. Oh, man. Elizabeth said that she saw me get out into the hallway, but that's the only time she's ever seen that. And so I'm skeptical. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember it. Maybe I was drunk. I don't know. I don't think I was sleepwalking, but I think the only way to figure this out is just to set up some cameras, honestly. So I don't have multiple cameras. I just have my one cell phone here. I guess I could pull out all my little T2i and my Sony and all the other cameras I have. But I just figured that I'm just going to use this one camera for now for each room, one room at a time. I figured this is the scene of the crime. This is where Elizabeth claims, and I say claims, that I sleptwalked. She didn't even do anything about it. She saw me in the hallway. I guess I walked back into the room, and then I was just in bed. So she said that it was just weird, and she didn't really do anything about it. So I figure, no big deal. This is probably where we're going to catch me if I do sleepwalk, because I'm going to have to come out of the room eventually. So if not, tomorrow we'll put the camera in my room or a different place, and we'll see if it can catch me, okay? I'm like scared to even look at my phone to see if there's anything on there. Like, I don't know if I really want to know if I'm a sleepwalker. So, I've been staring at the little app for a while, just thinking about whether or not I should open it and look at it. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm hungry and I'm tired as well. I'm not used to being up this early, so. So, day one, unfortunately, less than satisfactory results. I mean, not that I want to be a sleepwalker, but it'd be much more interesting for this documentary if I was. Pretty boring. Check the hallway, nothing. So my hope is that I'm gonna review the footage again, and see if there's a better place I can put the camera. Maybe I'll put it in my room this time. Yeah, hopefully something will happen. If not, I might just drop this angle on the documentary if it's boring. But we'll just do a couple more days of shooting of stuff like this, and then we'll see what happens. If it pans out, great. And if it doesn't, then yeah, no big deal. Okay. So I noticed something really weird. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but basically, if you go frame by frame, watch this. Like for a brief second, you see this like shadow. See that? And the door moves like just ever so slightly. Boom! Gotcha there. I look like I'm in like a David Lynch movie right now. I'm going to bed right now, and I'm going to film myself from here in the bedroom. And I'm not sure why I'm whispering, because I'm the only one in here. But it adds to the effect, I guess. So I'm going to be setting up the camera really close, nearby. I'm going to go to bed and see what we get. After this, if this doesn't, I don't know. This has got to produce something. Something insane happened last night. I reviewed the footage just maybe a minute ago, and I was sleepwalking. Just as Elizabeth said, it seemed like I got up, just like walked towards the door, and it stood there. The only problem was is that the footage cut out. I think what ended up happening is the battery died. because the phone was dead when it's weird because I charged it fully, but I guess, I don't know. That was strange. So I guess the battery died. Next time I want to make sure that I have it plugged in so that nothing like that can happen. But now we have a story here. Now we can kind of investigate my sleepwalking, and we can get some more footage of it now that we know that it's actually something that's real. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck's going on? Okay, guys, I am genuinely terrified right now. I don't know what happened, but basically I set up my camera last night and I went to bed, and I figured I'd just do the same thing, sleepwalk into the next room. This time the camera wouldn't glitch. I set my camera up on the ledge just like last time, and now I'm laying on my floor and my camera is laying on the floor recording me. I'm pretty fucking disturbed right now. In terms of the order of the editing, I don't even know. I haven't even looked at anything that happened on the last day. I usually edit at the beginning of every day. So I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. I haven't seen any of this footage right now. This is the very first raw, real reaction to what is going on. So I just got all the stuff downloaded onto my computer. I haven't even looked at it at all. I'm going to just quick play through the clips. Hopefully there's no glitches like last time. So I have no reaction to this so far. I haven't seen any of it. I don't even know what happened. I'm suspecting that I just grabbed the phone or knocked it over and somehow it was in front of my face. I don't really understand, but I'm just going to assume that's what's going on. So let's check out the footage. So I got everything into Adobe Premiere real quick, chopped it up. I barely even paid attention to it. Just wanted to make sure I was cutting out all the fat, and then I put it into here, and we'll just react from my perspective as well as what happened on the day. So let's check out the footage. Action. So what I'm going to do is I'm setting up the shot right now. I'm going to put the light down. Just going to keep all the doors open, just make things simpler. And what I'm going to do, and I'm going to tell myself in the future, is just cut to the part when I walk out if I'm sleepwalking. There's no reason to watch all the dead footage. This could be hours before. So right after this, you're going to see a direct cut to me walking out, hopefully, assuming I'm actually sleepwalking. And we'll see what happens, okay? So I'm about to set it up. Honey Bear, get out of the shot. Go to bed. Honey Bear, go to bed. Okay. I'm going to be headed to bed. Okay. Let me set this up. I got to get a good spot for my light. This might be right here. Give me a second. Yeah, okay. That works. Okay. And I'm not going to be taking my clothes off this time so I don't appear naked in the documentary. That was a mistake last time. And then this is the part where I guess I cut to the sleepwalking. I did briefly glance at it, so I did sleepwalk, but I wasn't really sure what happened. So let's play that part. That's so fucking weird. Did you see that? I went right into the room, and then like literally seconds later, I turned around and opened the door. Why? I mean, obviously I'm asleep, but do you see how fast I turned? I was like here, and then before you know it, literally the door closes, and I'm immediately turned around, going straight out the door. Okay, it's pretty strange, but whatever. Starting back up at 22:04 for my editing. I wish I got a better face shot of my face. What? I picked up the camera? I got chills right now. So everything was going pretty normal, and then I thought I picked up the camera. You see this? You see this? I have fucking chills right now. What the fuck's going on, man? I'm on the ground. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck's going on, man? I'm on the ground and I'm sitting there and someone's got my phone and I'm knocked out and they're filming me. They're filming me sitting there, lying there. It's not real, Dan. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. You think this is real? You think this is real right here? You think this other camera, the one that I've been having myself pretend that I wasn't seeing, is real? You don't think that's all just something that oh, it's this creepy horror monster in the back room? No, this is all part of the documentary. That's part of the documentary. This shot, this shot, this shot. Every shot that I've put in this has been a part of this documentary. The sleepwalking. I knew about the sleepwalking before. I knew I slept walk. I've been a sleepwalker since I was 10 years old. I knew all about it. This has all been a fun little documentary to fuck with my audience. Just to make them think that I'm gonna get killed by some monster. And now I'm sitting here and someone's fucking filming me. You see this? You see this? Someone is fucking filming me. That's not me. I can't be filming myself. I'm laying there, lifeless. I just wanted to make a simple documentary. A documentary where I'm gonna document my sleepwalking. I thought it'd be fun and creepy and a little bit out there. And I knew I could fake it. I knew it was that simple. But this is not what I signed up for. Fuck it. So I have a lot to own up to. I told you guys that I was filming a documentary, and I was, but a lot of this was narrative elements, typical of stuff I like to do with improv, to make a story. And I wasn't being so forthright or honest about a lot of the stuff that's going on in the film. You saw that in my little rant. I don't need to go over that. Basically, I'm changing things up. I took a little bit of break. I haven't filmed anything in the last 12 hours. And you might be thinking, okay, well, didn't a lot of crazy shit happen? Maybe you should have been filming. And I thought about that, but I think that I needed to take a rest. I immediately, after getting off of that, I checked the entire house to make sure there was no intruders. Nothing in any of the rooms. So I then called the cops, and they came over here, which I guess breaks this film from being all by myself or alone. Too bad, I guess. I'm just going to be honest with it. So where do we go from here? I guess that's the question. I mean, I still want to continue the documentary. I still think this is interesting, and I still think that I don't think I'm in danger. I mean, the cops were saying I should get out of here and go somewhere else for the day, at least for the next day or two until Elizabeth gets back. But I was thinking, if someone broke into my place and filmed me, like, isn't that more likely they're going to break in and do more harm if I'm not there? And now at least I'm aware of it, and the cops saw the footage, I just don't really know what better thing to do than to just stay here and film. I'm a filmmaker. I could go drive to Joel's house, but ultimately that's not going to really do anything other than just sort of obfuscating the problem and potentially making it worse if I'm not here. I mean, I have so much gear. What am I going to take? All my computers, all my stuff, all my DVD? Yeah, I'm just not going to do that. So what I want to do is I want to make this more honest. I want to film with both cameras if I need to. And I want to be honest about it. If you see me addressing the camera in any way, that means that this is me filming. If you see something other than this, that isn't me filming, that doesn't seem like I'm addressing the camera, that's not me filming. The only times I'm going to be filming with this camera, this Sony camera from now on, are going to be clear, direct, and obvious. I'm not going to do any more gotcha shots. So I'm tired of doing that. I don't want to do that anymore. I think that a lot of times you get into this mindset of like, you don't want to be boring. And on YouTube, it's so easy to be like on at all times. And I think that's what kind of got me into this situation. So I'm just going to keep filming, keep me documenting what I'm documenting, and trying to be more honest. I'm going to be using this camera and my Sony, and hopefully we can figure out what the fuck happened. So that's the goal. I hope this comes off a little bit more honest than some of the other stuff that I was saying. Looks good, looks good. Let's get this on. So I have a lot to own up to. I told you guys that I was filming a documentary, and I was, but a lot of this was, and I wasn't being so forthright or honest about a lot of the stuff that's going on in
Blah, 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 sob story.
You might be thinking, okay, well, didn't a lot of crazy shit happen. Maybe you should have been filming. And I thought about that, but I think that I needed to take a rest. I immediately, after getting off of that, I checked the entire house to make sure there was no intruders. Nothing in any of the rooms. So I then called the cops. I'm gonna call the cops. I'm gonna call the cops. Oh my gosh. Situation. So I'm just going to keep filming, keep documenting what I'm documenting, and trying to be more honest. I'm going to be using this camera and my Sony, and hopefully we can figure out what the fuck happened. So that's the goal. I hope this comes off a little bit more honest than some of the other stuff that I was saying. Okay, action. So I am preparing for bed. This is going to be a big one because obviously what happened last time, I made sure to bolt down all the doors, make sure to check all the windows. I basically did everything you could possibly do. I'm going to be recording dual format with my Sony here and my iPhone. I'm going to be using the Sony to record the main hallway and my iPhone to record the door. I figure if anyone is going to break in, that's going to be how they're going to break in. There's really no other way to get in here other than the window behind me, but I think that I'll be able to hear that off of any one of these cameras with just the basic audio that they have. So I'm pretty sure that covers everything. Hopefully no one breaks in. Hopefully there's no weirdness. I'm imagining I am going to probably sleepwalk again. Like I said, it happens relatively common for me. Hopefully we can document this and put an end to this absurd, crazy story that's been going on. So. I'm just joking with you guys. I finally got some really good sleep. I got the best sleep actually I've gotten all week. I just wanted to fuck with you guys and pretend I was dead or sleepwalking or whatever you want to say. So yeah, I'm excited. I got all the footage downloaded into my computer. I haven't even looked at it. I just put it on the timeline. I'm going to go edit it and see what's up. Tomorrow, Elizabeth comes home on the 7th day. I'm excited to see what that'll lead to. So hopefully that'll be fun to see Elizabeth finally again. And I think this is it. This is like putting the end to this crazy story. Once Elizabeth gets back, I think everything's going to go back to normal. I'm all set up in this room right here. I got the camera, this time using the Sony. I figured a little bit better definition of quality will be good. I have my phone set up on the other direction, and that's it. So I'm going to go to bed, and this will skip ahead to when I start sleepwalking if I do. I'm so done shooting this fucking... Fuck, man. It's all corrupted. It's all gone. I mean, start sleepwalking if I do. I mean, what is this? I got creative and I decided to go on the Sony forums to see if there was any known issues with footage glitching. And it seems like it was an issue with the data being on a corrupted drive. So I put it on a completely different drive, and just looking at the gigabytes, I haven't even looked at the footage, I just dropped it into my timeline. It seems to be all there, just from just the data. So crossing fingers that it's not going to just be the same footage that we saw before. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more, and maybe we'll see what happened last night. I'm all set up in this room. I got the camera, this time is a Sony. I figured a little bit better definition of quality will be good. I have my phone set up on the other direction, and that's it. So I'm gonna go to bed, and this will skip ahead to when I start sleepwalking if I do. Okay, crossing fingers that this is gonna work, because this is right around the point where it started to glitch. I have some sort of fascination with that room, I guess. And I'm really good at closing doors when it requires it. What? Am I crazy, or did I just... So I walk in, there's no cut, there's nothing, there's no glitch, and it just... Oh. What? Okay, let me look at it one more time. Let me see. I come out, and I have a different attire on. What the fuck is going on? Okay. It's not me. It's not me. It's not fucking me. It's not me. Oh no. This is my movie now.
Miss me?